My name is H.A. Goodman, and I'm an author, columnist, and journalist, and this is a really, really historic, just blessed day. Kim Jong Un and Moon Jae-in, North and South Korea, are meeting, and they were shaking hands, and it's just a really beautiful, amazing, breathtaking, wonderful, paradigm-changing day to see this happen. And I'm going to go ahead and I'll leave my political opinions towards the end of this video because I don't want to ruin the majesty and just how beautiful this is. But I'll go ahead and read you. Kim Jong Un walks across border to meet South Korean president. North Korean leader Kim Jong Un walked across the border Friday and met South Korean President Moon Jae-in. It's the first time a member of the Kim dynasty has set foot on southern soil since the end of the Korean War in 1953 and the latest bid to settle the world's last Cold War standoff. I'm going to go ahead and play this tape from CBC News, The National, and then I'll play a CBS video of it. But you can watch. The two links will be below. It's absolutely breathtaking. The two leaders shook hands, and well, I'll let you listen to this.
Here is his historic handshake with South Korean President Moon Jae-in in the demilitarized zone. They posed for photos on both sides of the border before joining a parade. And the spectacle aside, this is a diplomatic breakthrough. Remember, that heavily armed border has held back simmering tensions since 1953, when the two countries called a truce but never really ended their war. And bear in mind, North Korea's nuclear capabilities have come a long way since leaders of both countries last met more than 10 years ago. So, what can we expect from this face-to-face? The CBC's Asia correspondent, Sasha Petrusik, joins us now from Seoul. Sasha, what are the stakes?
So, this is just unbelievable. I'll just go ahead and that was a CBC News recap of just, what just happened. But here's CBS News.
Summit comes just 1 week after Kim announced that North Korea would suspend its nuclear and missile testing. President Trump has said he plans to meet with Kim Jong Un in May or June. But as we look at this picture, it cannot be overstated the historic nature of what we are witnessing now. These pictures coming to us outside the Peace House on the southern side of the demilitarized zone that divides the two countries. There you see the two leaders of North Korea and South Korea shaking hands in a demonstration of certainly attempted unity here, but there is much at stake. Denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula, a potential peace settlement between the two countries, and improvement of inter-Korea relations. Let's go ahead and bring in Isaac Stonefish.
All right, so just unbelievable. I mean, you have to, I want my viewers to just take a moment. You might be sleeping right now, but if you are watching anywhere in the world, in South Korea, if you happen to be watching this channel, but there was one viewer commented from India in my last segment. Anywhere in the world, in Ireland, Canada, UK, if you're watching this segment, go ahead, click on the news after this segment or whatever right now and watch this historic meeting. It's really in many ways like family members who haven't seen each other in 70 years, almost 70 years, approaching 70 years. And it actually literally is that way, or will be that way, hopefully, in many ways. Kim Jong Un walks across border to meet South Korean president. North Korean leader Kim Jong Un walked across the border Friday. Okay, so Moon's senior spokesman said Kim joked he would make sure not to interrupt Moon's sleep anymore, apparently referring to the North's series of early mornings missile tests last year. Moon spokesman said Kim also made a reference to a South Korean island that became a target of North Korean artillery attack that killed 4 in 2010. Kim said the residents of the island who have been living under fear of North Korean artillery attacks and also families separated by the 1950-1953 Korean War have high hopes for the inter-Korean talks to help heal past scars. Kim also said he would visit Seoul's presidential Blue House if invited. As of noon local time, Kim and Moon finished a lot of typos in this because they just it's interesting. You don't really get that many typos in a CBS News article, but even CBS News was rushing to get this out because the whole world is astounded and happy, and it's a really beautiful moment. So sessions of their summit at the Border Truce Village. Television showed bodyguards jogging beside Kim's black limousine as it rolled back to the northern side, where Kim and other North Korean officials participating in the summit are expected to have lunch. The leaders plan to meet again in the afternoon at the southern side of the village for talks Seoul says are aimed at resolving the standoff over the North's nuclear weapons. The White House issued a statement after the meeting saying, quote, "We are hopeful that the talks will achieve progress towards a future peace. Quote, we wish the Korean people well. We are hopeful that talks will achieve progress towards a future peace and prosperity for the entire Korean peninsula." The statement read, "The United States appreciates the close coordination with our ally, the Republic of Korea, and looks forward to continuing robust discussions in preparation for the planned meeting between President Donald J. Trump and Kim Jong Un in the coming weeks." When you look at also President Moon Jae-in, just on a side note, the political turmoil that took place last year or within the past couple of years in South Korea, and now Moon Jae-in is meeting Kim Jong Un. It's really unbelievable. It's really just unbelievable. So I'll put the links below. I'll try to make it as civil and diplomatic as possible because usually I'm all over the place. Definitely no profanity alerts in this segment because I just want to kind of keep the integrity of this beautiful global moment. It's really just a beautiful moment. Here's my take on this. Trump has already won re-election for a number of reasons. This solidifies his re-election, regardless of what the media is having a giant temper tantrum since Trump won. If you have an economy that's good, if a whole bunch of other things that are working in Trump's favor regarding the Democratic Party, but the biggest political attack against President Trump was that he was this unhinged maniac who would make the world less safe. And whatever happened in terms of, and I believe that China, I think that Trump's relationship with Xi Jinping and China also played a major factor in all of this. Major factor. But whatever political talking point from the Democratic Party, any political talking point or any political attack against Trump saying that he's this unhinged, dangerous maniac who would make the world less safe and he shouldn't have his finger on the button, all of these things, is now completely obliterated and destroyed and it's meaningless. If he meets with Kim Jong Un, well, first of all, having Moon Jae-in meet with Kim Jong Un is like a dream come true for millions and millions, and I'm sure millions and millions of Koreans, but I mean, definitely the Korean people throughout the world and in North and South Korea. But I mean, just in terms of the global consciousness, some things you never thought would take place, and they're taking place now. How much of this is President Trump's doing? Look, that is up for debate. It's happening during his presidency. So if he took the heat regarding his text messages with Kim Jong Un, then he should also take at least some credit or a lot of credit for what's taking place. His foreign policy is working. You can't say his foreign policy, at least in this area of the world or with this issue, is working. North Korea was one of our biggest, foreign policy issues. We were, as a nation, we're obsessed with North Korea, Iran. You can go through other areas of the world, but this is one issue that makes us all safer as a planet. When Stephen Hawking talked about the two biggest dangers to the future of humanity, the human survival of the human race, before climate change, is nuclear war. If Kim Jong Un and if North Korea, and if they engage in a path towards denuclearization, a real path. If you look at the Iran deal, by the way, from Obama, not to get too into it, they had over 20 ballistic missile tests. The Iran deal did not prevent Iran from launching ballistic missiles and testing their delivery system. So that's what we were going after North Korea for testing their delivery system for nuclear weapons. And with Obama, it was like he didn't really care that Iran could still test their missiles. So they had ballistic missile tests, and people were like, wait a second, is this part of the Iran deal? And yeah, the diplomats were like, yeah, no problem. They were able to do that. So no doubt President Trump and President Moon Jae-in are not going to they're probably, if there's going to be peace, it's going to include no testing of ballistic missiles or missiles. No missile tests. But also North Korea is going to get something, and eventually the reunification of North and South Korea would be something. It would be like, East and West Germany, and it would change the future of the world, I think, for the better. I think that the world would be a much better place, a safer place. Once Trump meets Kim Jong Un, and I'm sure he'll probably meet Moon Jae-in also, either after or before. He already did. I think that he's already cemented re-election for a number of reasons. I can go into Trump, why he's going to win. Just look at the Democratic Party. I'll just leave it at that. I don't want to add any vitriol into this segment. Look at the Democratic Party. Is it united? What does it stand for? What's taking place with all the people in the intelligence community that sided with the Democratic Party? If the Democratic nominee that cheated Bernie Sanders, Hillary Clinton, had been president, would this have taken place? I doubt it. The WikiLeaks emails show she wanted to ring China with missile defense if they didn't address the North Korean situation. I don't think that's the mentality that would have led to this historic meeting. Anyway, give me your thoughts below. Share this segment everywhere. Definitely go ahead. I put the CBS News article below, which has a video, and the other video I showed from the Canadian news agency. God bless the Korean people, North and South, and throughout the world. I think that this is just a fantastic, amazing, beautiful moment in world history. Thank you so much for listening.